Happy Monday morning to you, fellas. Hopefully you're doing well and your week's off to a nice little start. Coming off a good weekend, which I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend as well. We got a big show here going on today. We got to make sure we go ahead and recap last week, see if we get to ring the cash register. And then it's Monday, so we got to roll out a slate of bets. You got some soccer afternoon going on between Everton taking on Tottenham. You've also got a nice little slate there in baseball and, of course, the NHL and the NBA as well. So let's go ahead and jump on into the recap from last week. Again, hoping you guys are coming off a nice little weekend. You're not feeling the Monday blues. Let's see what happened here around last week. We do get to ring that cash register after back-to-back consecutive weeks of making profit. Last week was 22-11 at plus 11 units. I love to see that right there. Hit that like button if you're a part of those 22 wins. If you're part of putting 11 units in your pocket, hit that like button and let me know. Now, year to date, how about that, boys? Positive on the year to date. It only took till April 2nd. 3 full months into 2023, but we did it. Plus 7.82 units. We ain't going backwards from here on, fellas. It's onwards and up from here on out. Let's talk about those let's talk about that arbitrage there for a second. Cannot forget about the arbitrage money. Putting $475 of free, sweat-free money right in your pocket. Love to see that right there. What were some of those good wins from last week? How about on Monday, pulling out the brooms after a nice 4-0 day where Quigley and Grimes got the party started there for the New York Knicks going up against the Houston Rockets. We're going to take the point guard and shooting guard to go over their three-point total, and that's what both of those guys did, so love to see that right there. We also hit Jamal Murray over his assist, over 6.5 assists, a good plus money. Love that right there. And end of the night, ended the 4-0 sweep with Westbrook staying under his point total. So love that right there. What about Bridges and Thompson? They also went over their three-pointers there last week. We did Bridges. They were going on against the Houston Rockets. Again, we're going to fade that angle. And Thompson, he was going on against the San Antonio Spurs. We'll gladly fade those two teams and the Rockets and Spurs from a point guard and shooting guard perspective. Boy, did it treat us good last week as Bridges and Thompson brought us home catches. What about James Wiseman over 13.5 points. What about 12 at halftime on 6 of 8 shooting? Damn it, he made us wait until the last minute of the fourth quarter to take his next shot and bring us home the cash. Well worth the sweat when it brings home money in your pocket. Love to see that. Thank you there, Wiseman. Then we turned our attention to baseball, as obviously that was kicked off last week, the 2023 season. The Atlanta Braves up against Patrick Corbin. You can say Patrick Corbin's an auto fade, and maybe Patrick Corbin is an auto fade, but he is an auto fade against the Braves, who are his daddy. They wasted no time in the second inning going over their F5 team total, bringing us home a good plus money cash. We also hit the cash cow on opening day. That's right. Mitch Keller over 4.5 Ks, over 5.5 Ks, whatever number you got. It looked like his improvement in spring training was a real thing as he ended the game with 8. That's right. Count them. 8 Ks in the cash cow. Keeps ringing that cash register in 2023. We also relied on an old cash cow of Zach Greinke under 1.5 walks. Made us sweat. Uncomfortable getting a walk in the first inning, but guy just has really super sharp control. You add that to a Twins team that's been struggling in spring training, and he brings home the cash. What about his Trevor Rogers? Yesterday's action, we wanted an over 1.5 walks. How about walking 2 batters in the first inning to give us a good first inning cash? And I watched that. We got some help from the umpire. Boy, did we need some help from the umpire. It even had the manager there for the Marlins chirping early in the first period or first inning. He was yelling at the umpire. I'm doing the complete opposite. I'm yelling at the umpire in a positive way, saying, give us those balls, man, right on the black, and you want to call those a ball? My man, we needed those 2 walks too, because Trevor Rogers, whether the umpire improved, and I couldn't tell you which happened because I turned off the game once we got it cashed, either the umpire improved or Trevor Rogers settled down or started getting the calls that go his way, because those were the only 2 walks we got in the game. But love to see a good first inning cash right there. What about Carroll yesterday? We talked about him. He was the darling, I thought, of spring training. He was going to be the guy that you could point to this year to target stolen bases. How about a good plus 240 cash? He took 2 bags off Noah Syndergaard in the same inning. He stole second base and he stole third base. Love that right there. What a great angle. Fastest player in Major League Baseball up against Syndergaard, who gives up the most stolen bases from a starting pitching perspective. Dream matchup, plus 240. And we didn't hesitate. We pulled the trigger and we were rewarded with a good plash. What about NHL? You guys thought about it, NHL? What the hell did you guys think when you guys saw Saturday's card and 3 NHL plays popped up on there? We hadn't played NHL all week, yet we wait for good spots. We saw 3 of them on Saturday, and we got all 3 winners. We got Draisaitl and Burns to go over their shots on goal. And then McDavid against the Ducks to score a goal? Yeah, you goddamn right. You signed me up and you give me that at minus 148. He comes through with a third period, getting us a good goal. So 3-0 in the NHL. Love it, love it. Finding good spots and getting rewarded with good cashes. How about West Ham won? How about only one Premier League play this weekend? One Premier League play this week, and I had the Stones to correctly predict West Ham would win 1-0 over Southampton. They got the job done. Sweaty as hell because you're painting yourself into a corner on those correct scores. We'll gladly paint ourselves into a corner when it comes home to a plus 575 cash. Should have bet the Premier League more, but wasn't feeling the card. But you guys saw free rolls. We put out 2 Premier League parlays, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. They both cashed. So if we would have turned those parlays into real plays, maybe we crush it. But fact is, we didn't have the stones to put those into official plays, but we'll roll them up into some free rolls. Just a good weekend in soccer. Really nailing West Ham, then nailing those 2 parlays. So love to see that right there. We had some tough beats, though, last week, like we do every single week. Let's go ahead and remember those. How about Wendell Carter Jr.? Just needed one more rebound and couldn't get it. Just... where are you at, man? The shots were missed. They were even missing free throws coming down the stretch, and you couldn't grab a goddamn thing to help us out. Tough stuff right there. Westbrook, we needed him on a different night to stay under his point total. Well, Kawhi Leonard got ruled out before the start of the tip-off. That bet had no shot in hell as Westbrook went for season-high 36 points. So then Chris Paul yesterday stayed under his point total. Put the dagger into us late in the fourth quarter to go over 12.5 points. Tigers F5 team total. Just needed a run in the first 5 innings. Just needed one run off Shane McClanahan and could not get it done. What about the Robbie Ray going over his strikeout total on Friday night? That one we were done in a little dirty because on Saturday morning he hit the injured reserve as he admitted in the second inning he started feeling tightness in his groin. You got tightness in your groin, we got an over, you are effed. And that's exactly what happened. We needed 6 strikeouts. He got 3 strikeouts. Now we learned he falls on the injury reserve. So that was a little bit of a tough luck right there. Kyle Freeland over 4.5 hits allowed. Give him credit. He came out dealing on Friday, only giving up 3 hits. So good job to you. And our over 1.5 parlay was successful on Friday. We wait all the way to Sunday just to get a loser as 2 of the 3 games go over 1.5 goals. But the other one there in Kern versus Gladbach, a 0-0 game. One of those ones where you're watching, you're just like, if I get a goal by halftime, I'm good. If I get a goal by the 60th minute, I'm good. Hell, if I get a goal by the 70th minute, I'm goal. Okay, now I'm starting to think I'm not going to be good. It's now the 85th minute, and I've got a 0-0 game. So, tough one right there. But, damn, what a fantastic week. Going 22-11 and plus 11 units. Love to see that right there. Let's go ahead and jump in that comment section. Then let's log into Barstool, see how our MLB underdogs did. I've not logged in today. I know going into Sunday, we were down about 3.5 units. Let's see what Sunday did together. And then we'll see, no, of course, we'll go ahead and blindly bet these dogs as well. Good morning, Corey. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Eddie Gent, that's why I was late. I realized I put it to 8:40. I had to change it to 8:40 a.m. That's what got me here a little bit. Do we like the Tottenham today? I don't like anything about Tottenham today with the managerial change. Look, Matt on Between the Posts, he gave out under 2.5 goals. That's the only thing I'd be willing to bet. Under 2.5 goals is cashed in all 4 Everton home matches under Sean Dice. But with Tottenham getting rid of their manager during the international break, I have no idea how they're going to respond. They're already a team that is wildly inconsistent. They have not played good enough all season or bad enough all season to bet Tottenham. They have been wildly inconsistent, have those Spurs. So I'm not going to be able to bet that match today, but good luck if you do. What's up, Greg? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Maybe a draw. Sure. Again, I'm not betting it. Is it true that Chelsea fired Graham Potter? Sent his ass packing. I was texting a buddy once they lost 2-0 to Aston Villa. I said, well, he's getting sacked, but they'll probably let him finish out Champions League, let him get, through top 4, top 6 hopes, and then once all that is over, then they'll go ahead and fire Graham Potter. Shit, they didn't wait till either one of those 2 scenarios happened. They fired him yesterday. Quite a shocker to get rid of him this early when they still got big matches against Real Madrid, still fighting for Europe. They're screwed. They're screwed. Now with the one managerial change, yeah, they're screwed. UConn, one more game, baby. Saeed's got a UConn future. One more game. They're favored tonight. I like your chances. Good luck, my man. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Corey. Can't do it. As a Spurs fan, too, I agree with Corey. You got more Spurs fans saying, stay away, unless you're willing to sweat out an under. Again, it's 4-0, and Sean Dice's home match as an Everton manager. If you ain't willing to bet the under, I think you probably just stay away from that one. Chelsea killed you. That killed me, too. Thad, I hear you. You did recover. Okay, so you took my corners play in Newcastle United. Love that. And then you took Matt's suggestion of West Ham and under 3.5 goals. And if you've been tailing Matt, this weekend. You're doing good. He's 3-0 with 1 pick left. It's at under 2.5. He's 3-0 on the weekend. Looks like Thad had himself a nice weekend. Love to see that. Any strikeouts besides Molly? We'll talk about that on the payoff pitch. Everton plus 230. Can't get me on that. And good morning, Tim. Let's go ahead and see what happened with our blind dogs. We're blindly betting this stuff together. If while I pull that up, I want to go ahead and throw this up. I'm going to do a better job of tracking my baseball plays. I've said it's the best sport I am, but I want to do it in a more detailed rather than just saying I'm up 46 units at the end of the season. Well, where are we up 46 units at the end of the season? We'll track this. We'll reveal this every Monday. You can see the only thing we're down so far is the F5 team totals. I fully expect that to turn around. And quite frankly, that's got to turn around because that's where the volume of my picks are going to be. So if we're down in that, it's going to be a down baseball season, but I don't expect that. Small sample size coming out of the gate here. So you can see we're doing good on pitcher props, batter props, and NRFIs. Just need those F5 team totals to go ahead and pick up. And again, we fully expect that to happen. Let's go ahead and jump in here and see what happened to those MLB dogs. I am just like you. I have no clue. Let's see, fellas. How did those MLB dogs go this week? Of course, we're betting them on Barstools. Let me remind you, we started off with putting $100 in our Barstool account. So it's very easy to go ahead and track this. We'll see where we're at, and then let's live bet these suckers too. See where we got for today's games. You guys gonna think we're gonna be up or down on live betting these dogs? We got to get this going. We got payoff pitch in 8 minutes. I've got some bets to give up. I've got 6 bets in total on today's MLB slate. I'm fired up for today's MLB slate. It's a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So all 15 games. Ooh, we're at $94. So if you were blindly betting every MLB dog to start the MLB, opening weekend, you'd be down 5.9 units. Ouch. Glad we're not doing this for real and we're just doing it for entertainment purposes. Wow, you'd be down 5.9 units. Come on, dogs. Let's get some damn bar. What happened yesterday? What dogs won? Here, let's see which ones won yesterday. How many did we get right yesterday? We got 1, only 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5's not going to cut it. When you're betting 15 games, if you only get 5 winners, 5 out of 15, yeah, that's going to be another losing day. All right, come on. Today's the day that the dogs are going to be barking. Let's get these things up there. We need 12 of them. We got 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, let's flat bet these. Working. Let's bet these suckers. We're leaving off with the Guardians game. Dogs are down on the year, boys. The dogs are down on the year. All right, 1. Oh, there, Angels are the dog and Rockies are the dog. 1, 2, 3. All right, there it is. All right, all 15 dogs are barking. Or all 15 dogs are bought. I mean, not barking, bought. Man, we got to turn that around. Turn that around. All right, let's jump back in here. All right, boys, I got to get ready for the payoff pitch. 5 minutes. I got to go get us a squirrel. I've not heard from the squirrel this morning, unless he sent me something on Twitter. No, I've not heard from the squirrels. I got 5 minutes. Got to go find us a squirrel. Come on back. I've got 6 MLB bets. 6 MLB bets. See if we can't continue our hot waves in the MLB. Find out if I've got any more strikeout props to go along with our guy Tyler Molly. We've already got him at over 4.5 Ks at plus money, as Greg says. Are we adding anything to it? Certainly adding anything to it. Maybe adding pitcher props to it as well. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys in about 5 minutes. Let me go get a squirrel. We'll come on back. Hey there, baseball fans. Welcome on into today's episode here of the Payoff Pitch. I'm, of course, Jason, bringing you guys today's sports bets. We've also got the Squirrel here. Let me go ahead and grab the Squirrel here. Pop him on in here. Squirrel, what's up, man? How you doing today?
I was gonna say you forgot about me, my guy.
No, just technical difficulties bringing you on in, man. How was your weekend? Just overall, just, life, and how was the weekend, man?
Oh, not too bad. It went fast, as it always seems to. Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of pushing, a lot of going even, right? It seems like lately, at least in the last week or two, it's been win a game, lose a game, win two, lose two, and you feel like you're kind of spinning your wheels there. You're not really losing much of anything, but you're not really gaining a lot of ground. That's kind of where I've been. But all different cycles take place in a sports bettor's life, right? You have the winning streaks, you have the losing streaks, and sometimes you spin your wheels. That's kind of where I've been stuck a little bit. I think it's a little bit difficult as well to, really predict much in baseball when today is, I don't know, day,
Three or
six,
four for some, or 4 or 5 for some teams. Yeah, 4 to 5.
And so I was looking at, we have an inning here called Keep Swinging, right? Mm-hmm. And finding that one incredibly difficult when I think the most at bats has been like 14. It's like, what kind of data are you going to derive off of 14 at bats? You are really, even with the pitchers, you're guessing at it, and a lot of the show is entertainment, our opinions and whatnot. But for serious betting, I really try to get away from my own opinions. I really don't play it a lot of that way. I know you and I differ in a lot of those ways for how we approach sports betting, but doesn't mean, you can't be profitable doing it different ways. It's just not my angle generally. But hey, some underdogs have been cashing this year for sure. I think my best things have been total so far. So trying to find my strengths here. And it's a lot to take in a new season of anything, of whatever, NFL or MLB, whatever your sport is, but it takes a little bit to get going there. So, the volume is a little bit light, and we'll we'll inch our way towards it.
Well, it's Monday, baby. It's time to have ourselves a day. Good opening weekend there for myself. Corey in the comment section, he stole what my quick hits is going to be. And quick hits, we just kind of ramble off the top of our head. Well, that's a Minnesota Twins hat. I was wondering what kind of hat you had there. And it looks like
it is indeed. Twins. Yeah, I got it as a Christmas present, and when I pulled it out of the box, man, I didn't even really know that we changed it. I thought somebody got me like a Marlins hat or something, or that was weird.
No, you don't want to be confused for the Marlins. Maybe you do ditch that hat as quick as you can. Hey, before we jump on into the show,
logo though.
Yeah, I know it's hey, you even still got the sticker on it. I like it. Before we jump on into today's show, we got to thank our viewership out there. We've already got over 20 people hanging out with us this morning. Love to see that right there. We had 150-ish or so people hang out with us on Thursday. We had nearly 2 people hanging out with us on Friday. Keep telling your friends all about Payoff Pitch. We appreciate it. We love helping you guys put money in your pocket. And thank you guys for joining us live and keeping that comment section lively. Throw in your bets, throw in your leans amongst each other. We may not be active in the chat, but we see the messages roll on 3, and you can talk with your fellow winning bet supporters right there about what they've got on. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the show. Second inning, we call it around the bases. We'll each take a couple games and break them down, give you guys some bets along the way. Squirrel, is there a game you want to kick off the show with?
There is one I was looking at as far as a total goes. It makes sense from a couple of different angles. One of the angles I cannot disclose as, it may ruin it for myself, but it is good supporting evidence. How about the Orioles and the Rangers? And I would like to go over, if it's any indication to how the teams are going to play offensively. I know the Orioles were playing the Red Sox, and it seemed like every damn game was going over. I think every game might have gone over. Those are now 2 of the highest scoring teams, but the Rangers are obviously right up there as well. I've caught bits and pieces a lot of these games. Normally I'm working and whatnot, so I don't sit and really watch every single game. But from what I can see from the box scores, from the pitchers that are available today, I believe it was Bradish and Gray. Mm-hmm. John Gray, that is. I know there's a couple different Grays in the league. But yeah, and then, so data-wise, it supports it, but, there's also some tips and tricks that I'm going to leave a little bit hidden that they support it as well, though. So I will be on that over 8 there, I believe. Minus 115 is what I was looking at, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Hey, since you went ahead and talked about those Orioles-Rangers, I'll just piggyback. You like the full game over? That was a little weird. It opened at 8.5, fell to 8, but now it's come back to 8.5. I think the people who are re-betting it back on the over, they're the people who are making sense to me this morning. I'm going to do the F5 over. I just want to go ahead and remove the bullpens, but I'm with you. I also see runs. I mean, both of these offenses, Squirrel, are top 6 in average, on-base percentage, slugging, and OPS. Both offenses are top 6 in all 4 of those categories. They both also have a low K per 9 and a high walk percentage as well. So love that right there. Bradish been roughed up in spring, 12 runs and 16.1 innings pitched, while Gray's been pretty decent, only 2 runs and 17 innings pitched. But these 2 teams also rank first and second in runs scored through the first 5 innings. One's at 6.67 runs, and the other one's at 6.33 runs in the first 5 innings. So give me these 2 explosive offenses that you talked about. One starter that is definitely going to get roughed up in Kyle Bradish, and the other one in John Gray. When you factor in the offense he's going to go up against, I think he's also going to get roughed up. So I'm taking the F5 over 4.5 at plus money. If you wanted to switch and go Squirrels route and go full game over, sure. Just more of my handicapping. I like to focus on the offense and starters when the bullpens aren't that bad. These bullpens aren't that bad, so I'm going to focus on the F5 over, but love your game and love your pick there of the full game over. So we're in agreement on that one. What's the second game you want to talk about here and around the bases?
I'm always just overflowing with underdogs, man. It's just because of the way that I am, the value hunter that I am. Also, the line watcher that I am. And let's see. So I had a stack of them, man, and I really think a good angle for this early season is and has been and probably always will be to find either really, really good offenses that people love, like the general public loves the Yankees, right? And they love teams like the Blue Jays. And when you watch a price come down in the case of, I don't know, even something like the Royals today at home against the Blue Jays, these aren't always, beautiful picks, right? They're not. They're going to be kind of ugly, and that's a bit of a fade on the public. But you look at a price that came out 115 or 120 and is now down to plus 105 at some sharp books against the Blue Jays. It feels scary. Brady Singer and Jose Barrios. This is not a pick I would generally have made last year. I wasn't real keen on Brady Singer especially, but at home I will go Royals because of the price and because of the ugliness of it. And it, again, has to tip you off a little bit when a team is a lower price that you might think is more offensively capable.
So you're going to go ahead and take the Royals full game money line? Is that what I'm hearing?
Absolutely. Yep.
Coming out with a dog in the second inning. I love that. You must have a great card today, Squirrel. Coming out with plus money bets.
I have too many dogs.
Love it.
So yeah, my best price was plus 111. You probably can do better on Bet Openly. And again, if you wait till first pitch, that's when a lot of that money comes flooding in on those favorites. So, maybe don't run out and bet it right now. You can always save yourself a few cents at first pitch.
Yeah, jump on over to Bet Openly. Somebody will be wanting those Blue Jays, and they'll hop on with you. Speaking of somebody who may want those Blue Jays, we're gonna stick with the same game. We're gonna be in a disagreement on this one. Give me that Blue Jays F5 money line, two-way line. So if there's a tie, we'll go ahead and get our wager back. I think the Blue Jays can go ahead and be the winner through the first 5 innings, and we're getting a big mismatch here in offense. You're getting the 4th best average against the worst average in Major League Baseball. The Royals are only hitting 127. It's only 3-4 games, but these are the numbers. The Blue Jays also come in with the 3rd best on-base percentage, where the Royals come in 25th. Give me slugging 14 versus 29, and give me an OPS of 11th versus the team in 26. Barrios versus Singer, as you said. Numbers are probably going to side with Singer on this one. I think that's why you're seeing that dog become less of a dog. But when you factor in the bullpen, now Squirrel's right. You're actually getting the better bullpen in the Royals. That's why I don't want the full game money line of the Blue Jays. If they're not winning through the first 5, the Royals do have the better bullpen numbers after the first 4 games. So you would suggest that they'd be able to hold on the lead. So I'm banking on this Royals offense getting the Singer with this top 5, top 10 offense. Versus an offense there in Barrios, it's they're struggling. So Barrios is just a ho-hum kind of average guy, not going to blow you away. But I'm really just going to lean on, the offense being significantly better than the Royals. And again, if there's a tie after 5 innings, then okay, we'll just go ahead and get our wager back. So I'm going to ride with the Blue Jays F5 money line two-way at minus 124. And again, I think you're going to be in trouble if you're taking the Blue Jays full game money line, because you are going to run up against the better bullpen in the Royals. So stay away from that one. Let me run through some F5 team totals. That's how many bets I've got on today's show, and that's how many games we want to talk about on today's show. Let's do this Pirates-Red Sox first. Give me that Red Sox F5 team total over 2.5 runs at minus 105. You're getting the Red Sox offense that's 5th in batting average, 6th in on-base percentage, 4th in slugging, and 4th in OPS. Low K percentage at 18.3%. Love when it's well below 20%. Then you're getting Johan Aviado there for the Pirates, if I recall correctly. 10 runs and 19.2 innings pitched, a 280 on-base percentage or opponent's batting average, and a 1.42 whip in spring. The Red Sox average 4.33 runs scored in the first 5 innings. I'm not going to get off this Red Sox offense that seems to be explosive in the earlier on part of the season. So give me them against a struggling pitcher. Yeah, I'll take that F5 team total. And then another team, I also want to take that F5 team total. How about the Cardinals? And it's over 1.5 runs at minus 130. Cardinals come in averaging 5.67 runs in the first 5 innings, which is 4th best in the major leagues. Cardinals offense, hot versus right-handers. 3rd in batting average, 4th in on-base percentage, 3rd in slugging, and 3rd in OPS, while checking in very low with strikeouts with 3rd best in Major League Baseball. Charlie Morton, think he's a decent pitcher. Think he'll get a lot of strikeouts today, as he does, but he's going to give up contact and he's going to give up runs. 12 innings pitched, 8 runs, 4 home runs, and 12 strikeouts in spring training. When he went against these Cardinals in 2022, he only lasted 5 innings, gave up 2 home runs and 4 runs. Look, he's struggling with home runs. Cardinals are one of the better slugging teams in all of Major League Baseball, and you're only asking me to get 2 runs for the cash? Sign me up. Over 1.5 runs at minus 130. Shut up and pitch time. We've talked long enough. Squirrel, any pitching props?
You remember a guy named Nasty Nestor Huh?
Nasty
Remember
Nestor
him?
Cortez. I like
Nasty
him.
Nestor. How many strikeouts do you think he's capable of today? Because you got a Phillies team that last time I checked, first 3 games didn't look too good. I think they're at the bottom of the board for runs, actually. Don't know how that translates to strikeouts, but you're getting a massive plus 115 to go over on Cortez at 6.5 strikeouts. Seems like a lot. Against the Phillies, is it a lot? Can he do it? I think he's capable of it. I like the plus 115. Generally, I go under on props, but when I was flipping through the menu for probable pitchers here today, I thought if there's a guy that's going to pull it off, I think he might stand a good chance on the Yankees.
I like that one, Squirrel. I'll tell you the one thing that put me off on that one, and I gave it a good hard look. Love everything you're saying. It's hard to handicap earlier in the season left-handed numbers, right? I mean, some of these teams haven't even faced a left-hander, or maybe they've only faced one left-hander. Everybody's faced a right-hander, so you're getting at least comparable stats. But the left-handed stats just vary in terms of, maybe like their quantity size. So I hear you. It's a good look. Just that put me off on there. The Phillies haven't seen a ton of left-handed at-bats, but I think that's a great angle. One angle I want to talk about here is Michael Kopech, there of the Chicago White Sox. He could have over 5.5 strikeouts at minus 120. The Giants come in with the second most strikeouts for his right-handed pitcher. They're averaging a strikeout every 2.4 at-bats. So you're looking at, and that's at-bats, not plate appearances. So you're talking at least one per inning, maybe even two per inning. The Giants' offense overall, with batting average, slugging, OPS, all that crap, is the bottom 5 of Major League Baseball. The thing that gives me major concern with this one, though, is even though you're getting the Giants to strike out a ton, is he only went over this number 6 of 25 starts last season, only 6 of 25 starts. He did have 14 Ks, though, and 12.2 innings pitched in spring training, so that would suggest 1 per inning. Then you add in the Giants to strike out a ton. I think that's how you get over 5.5 Ks. But the better one is Tyler Mahle. How did we pronounce this guy last season that we butchered almost every
Tyler
start? Mahle. Okay, take him. Squirrel, I'm surprised.
Now he's on my team. Huh?
I'm surprised you're not on him. Over 4.5 Ks at even money against the Marlins. The Marlins have the most strikeouts in baseball. It's tied, but they have the most strikeouts in baseball at 41. They average a strikeout every 3 at-bats. Mahle's cashed this in 6 of 23 starts. So now you're talking about a way better hit rate as opposed to Michael Kopech. What about 16 of 23 starts, 15 Ks and 17.2 innings pitched? The Marlins offense is bottom 10 versus right-handers. Again, you add in that they strike out the most versus right-handers. He didn't face the Marlins in 2022, so we love that. Faced them in 2021 and got 6 strikeouts. So sign me up for an over 4.5 Ks at even money for Tyler Mahle there of the Minnesota Twins. Long shots. Woo, woo. Dogs are barking. Which one you got?
Oh, man. It may just be my best bet of the day. I'll give it out. It's a price you no longer can absolutely get at all. I did take it last night, but, I guess I'll leave you with the tip of, watch the prices. Watch how things fluctuate and move, especially overnight. And that first, I guess, opening week, we'll call it, this didn't really happen. There wasn't really any overnight movement because it's so early that, again, like the struggle I'm having, there's not a lot of data. But the thing that has moved the absolute most in terms of an underdog, I grabbed a plus 155 all the way up on the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are now 125 to 130. I think they're, you can get a 135 out there. But in terms of closing line value, in terms of, expected value and whatnot, that is my best underdog for numbers in current form anyway. And really, here's something cool about closing line value is if you were to consistently just do that, and I'm not talking by like 1 cent or 5 cents, but enough to overcome the vig of the bookmaker, right? So at 155, it's obviously EV because the other side is now only 140, 145. You can use calculators for this kind of thing. They're freely available. Just doing that will make you a profitable sports bettor. There's a lot of reasons for it, and I'll go into that, I guess, either on my TikTok or I'll make other videos here. But just doing that will make you, 55 to 57% winner, just, depending how much you can beat that line. There's a lot of ways to do that. A lot of these things I won't disclose because it's how I'm a winning sports bettor. But That's my best one, at least based on price, is the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I got a plus 155. So tip for the day: be looking the night before. And as I said, have you started giving out anything overnight on like your Twitter and whatnot? Or I guess early in the morning prior to the games, or prior to the payoff pitch here.
Yeah, definitely. I think people know to watch me on Twitter because I don't hold bets back.
Cool.
If they're going to move, I'll drop them on Twitter for sure.
I definitely need to get better at it, so I'm hoping that this kind of holds me to that for the social media presence. But definitely be checking the Twitter, and when things come out overnight, I plan on at least giving some stuff out for those who are following.
All right, so you think the Pirates are walking into Fenway today and possibly picking up a win? I think the best underdog today.
At a 155, I do. It doesn't matter to me if they win or not at plus 155. I got the best of the number there, and I'm good with that.
I think the best dog today is going to be the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Cubs. And what we were talking about there when Squirrel was talking about maybe Nestor Cortez's strikeouts, and I kind of said left-handed. This is what you're going to have to think about with the Reds. Is this the Reds team that was hot in spring training versus left-handers? Or they already struggled versus Rich Hill of the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think that was the second start of the day. Which Reds offense are you going to get? I'm going to bank on the better of the Reds offense that was hot in spring training.
You're saying Red Sox, right? Or are you talking Cincinnati?
Cincinnati Reds here. Because they're going up against Drew Smyly, and I compare him a little bit to Rich Hill, and I think that'll really help out the Reds get back to what they were in the spring training. And even if they aren't, smoking left-handers like they were in spring training. Well, this Cubs offense is dormant right now. They're in bottom 10 right now versus right-handers. You get Connor Overton. He's not going to overpower you by any stretch, despite his last name being an Overton. He's just going to be steady Eddie, get it done. But I think he's going to match Drew Smyly. Bullpen-wise here, nothing sexy with either of these teams, although the Reds do rank pretty high up there. I'm going to go with the Reds as being your best underdog today. It's a small dog, but I think it's a good one. I think it comes home for you today against the Chicago Cubs. So I think that's the best dog today. Your Cincinnati Reds. Fifth inning, keep swinging. It's time to give these guys some hitting props. It's on me today. You said you didn't have any? I've got a bunch, so don't worry.
It is, and I'll tell you what I was trying to do, though, is, obviously I was looking at data last night trying to, build something or piece something together, and that's when I just stopped because I saw the amount of trials that have been done, and the person that's batted the most is at like 14 at bats. So to me, it's just not enough. I think maybe towards the end of this week we'll start getting into enough at bats to where I can actually start running some kind of models or doing some kind of analysis on it. But as far as my own numbers go, man, I just cannot get down on batting props as of now. So.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and jump on in there. 23 of my friends are hanging out with me right now. I feel like they're all degenerates like me and want a good hitting prop. So let me satisfy you guys right now. What about Willie Adames? They're the Milwaukee Brewers. He's owned Carrasco 7 for 9, hit a double, a home run. He's hitting 778 off Carlos Carrasco. I think he's a good candidate. What about parlaying him with Franmil Reyes of the Kansas City Royals? He's 8 for 16 off Barrios. All of them are singles, though, so don't take this guy as a total base approach. He's probably just going to slap himself another single against Barrios. What about Jose Abreu? Here's one where you get the lefty on righty matchup. He's 14 for 36 off Matthew Boyd. It really knows Matthew Boyd because Boyd is the next Tiger. So there's a lot of familiarity with Jose Abreu up against Matthew Boyd, hitting 389 off of him with 2 home runs. So those are 3 guys that I think you can put in an over 0.5 hits parlay. If you're looking for a guy to hit a home run, as everybody is, Aaron Judge has 4 hits off Tyjon Walker. All 4 have gone for a home run. So Aaron Judge is probably your best candidate to go ahead and hit a home run today. All right, 6th inning, it's a steal. Got to give these guys our best value. It's a steal. What you got?
Well, best value. Well, that would have been my Pirates play there. Boy, I'll keep my coming to a stretch as a low favorite then. So the only let's see. Well, the only underdog that I haven't given out would be a correlated play with the over in that Orioles and Rangers game. And again, if you're going based on line movement, game came out 130 to 140. It's down to 120 or less now, and that's the Baltimore Orioles to play with the over. You play the underdog with the over. It's a correlation, and that's that.
All right, so that's your steal. All right, steal. I like to give out my best NRFI of the day. As you can imagine, you're talking about starters fourth and fifth on these two teams. That doesn't speak a lot of sexy NRFI numbers. So not a great day for NRFIs. What about the nrsi? We've talked about pivoting to no run the second inning. I think this is a good pivot where you can do. Take about Angels, Mariners. It's roughly minus 155, so it is a touch juicy for no run the second inning. Neither of these teams have scored in the second inning. In fact, the Angels don't even have a hit so far in the second inning. The Mariners only with 2 hits so far in the second inning. Offenses, you don't know what you're going to get here, right? Mariners only have 4 at-bats against the left-hander. They're facing Detmers today, so a little bit of an unknown right there. Angels are about mid-pack versus right-handers. But remember, in the second inning, when you start to get batters 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, no hits in the second inning. So nrsi today, no run the second inning. That's going to be Angels. Mariners is the best one today on the board. 7th inning coming to a stretch. This is our best bet of the day, fellas. Our best bet. Of all the things we're going to talk about, this one's the best. Which one is the Squirrel?
I'm going in terms of my best bet being most likely to win. That I'll take the Minnesota Twins there. Think that they've been excellent in a lot of categories, really all surrounding categories. And I think we have a great team. There was a trading there of Luis Arias and whatnot and all this kind of weirdness with, Correa and all this weird stuff in the offseason. It did come together, though, and from what I've seen, it's been good. Again, you have a team that has been basically by the market chosen as a clear-cut edge. As far as the numbers go, again, I know this kind of sucks because it's things I'm not really fully disclosing to you, but as far as a most likely to win play goes, it is the Minnesota Twins on the road today at a minus 120 price.
All right, you're going to go ahead and roll with the Twins there as your best bet of the day. I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Rays F5 run line. They got to be winning the game after the completion of the first 5 innings at minus 105. You are getting a big, fellas, I'm telling you, a big offensive advantage right here. The Rays are first in average. The Nationals are 29th. The Rays are second in on-base percentage. The Nationals are 29th. The Rays are first in slugging. The Nationals are 28th. The Rays are first in OPS. The Nationals are 28th. That sounded like a whole lot of, I do it a hell of a lot better than you, is what I just said right there. What about Trevor Williams, who the Rays are going to be facing? He gave up 11 runs and 22.1 innings pitched in spring. He let people hit 291 off of him with a 1.43 whip. That's dangerous when you're going up against this offense that's basically number 1 in everything. Rasmussen, this is one of those games where it's like, just whatever you can do, I'm going to do it better. My offense is a whole hell of a lot better than you. My starting pitcher can equal everything that Trevor Williams can go ahead and throw up there. Runs through the first 5 innings. One team averages 4 runs. The other team only averages 2 runs through the first 5 innings. Bullpen-wise, this is why you don't want the full game Tampa Bay Rays money line. The Nationals bullpen is actually pretty good. Remind you what they did against Patrick Corbin that first start, right? Corbin gets rocked, and then it's a bunch of zeros up until the 9th inning. The Nationals bullpen, that's actually pretty damn decent. So just focus on a starter that'll match Trevor Williams easily, but you're really buying this offense of first versus worst, right? 29-28 for the Nationals, first, second for the Rays. Give me that Rays F5 running line. I think they'll be winning the game through the first 5 innings, and you're getting it at minus 105. So that's my best bet of the day is a Rays F5 run line. Got to be winning the game. Double play. We like to give you guys a parlay. This is our best parlay of the day. We like to generally keep it to money lines, but that doesn't mean it has to be a money line. The Squirrel have a money line parlay or a different route?
I'll give you 1 money line and 1 total. It's I really do like that total in the Orioles game to go over 8. I think over 8 at minus 115. That is correct. So that is in the Orioles and the Rangers to go over 8. And then the only game that, not the only game, but a game that I haven't talked about, if it was going to be a parlay piece for me, is I'm going to take the Yankees. I'm going to take them at home. Going to take them with Nestor Cortez against currently the worst team in baseball, as far as I can tell. As far as runs are concerned and hits and offensive production in the Phillies, who are now on the road, I think that's tough, to go to the Yankee Stadium. Even the fan base there, have you seen these bleacher creatures and all this kind of crazy stuff going on outside? I just feel it's got to be pretty tough and pretty intimidating to play, not only at that field, but against that team as well. And all those, top 4 or 5 batters, especially, as you noticed, or as you mentioned, Aaron Judge and Stanton and all them, just don't think that they're probably going to pull it off. So, if there's a high likelihood of a favorite to win today that you have to pay a price for, I would say Yankees are probably the way to go. And then I'll take that over as a pretty likely total.
You know what's going to be the best part in that Yankees-Phillies game is going to be watching Nestor Cortes. This is a guy who already messed with and effed with batters to begin with when there was no pitch clock. Now he gets a toy with you on you better be in there with 8 seconds to go, and here comes I'm telling you, this guy, his delivery just F's with people. It's going to be very fun to watch him operate under the pitch clock. All right, what's my favorite parlay of the day? You said Twins is your best bet of the day. I'm going to snag them for my parlay. I agree with you. I mean, they've got a top 5. They've got a top 5 bullpen to the Minnesota Twins. So you definitely want a piece of this Twins bullpen. They are excellent so far earlier on the season. And I want to parlay the Twins with the White Sox. Give me the White Sox and give me the Twins as a money line parlay at plus 217. Both of them are minus 130, minus 135, so you can definitely play them both individually. You're getting the better bullpens in both of these, by far the better bullpens of the Twins and the White Sox. You're getting the better offenses. In fact, in the White Sox-Giants one, you're getting a top 10 offense versus a bottom 10 offense. Kind of Squirrel's already talks about why he likes the Twins today up against the Marlins. I've told you why I like the starting pitcher for the Twins. They have over 4.5 strikeouts. You're getting that struggling offense there by the Marlins. That's your best parlay of the day. And you're getting the White Sox in the home opener. Right out this window is going to be rocking tonight when the White Sox step on that field with the home opener. Fireworks will be aplenty tonight going on against the Giants. So White Sox, Twins, moneyline parlay, plus 217. That's your parlay of the day. We got to give these guys our official bets. Squirrel, I didn't have an opportunity to get yours, so I'm going to throw mine up there.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to run through them. Listen, I don't have money down on a lot of these quite yet because, as I told you, and this is, I'm serious, this is a tip, okay? Wait till that first pitch time if you're going to take an underdog. You will more often than not, and really to almost every bet that I've seen at pitch or at first pitch so far this season, that favorite gets jacked up within the last 5 minutes to the game time. So, you got to cut it close, but it's worth it if you want the extra 10 cents or so. I'm looking honestly at the Mets now. They've been, getting bought down as we've been talking. I know you just took the White Sox. I mean, I'm looking at pretty much all these underdogs except for the Twins, except for the Yankees. I wouldn't be mad if you took the Nationals. The Pirates, I already cleared a ton of value on that.
I would be pretty pissed if you took the Nationals.
I took them yesterday. I hit them at a plus 160. I was very happy with that. Man, it's not about who's going to win the game. If you're handicapping from that angle is I want to pick winners, I almost guarantee you'll lose. You have to do it from a probability standpoint of what's the number that I'm getting and what's the number I'm projecting, and are those two things off? And if that's true, then you're probably looking at a good play. If it's an underdog, if it's an under, you're also probably looking at a good play. Not to say that you can't play overs, not to say you can't play favorites, but the more juice you start paying, I don't know if you've noticed, but in the previous episodes, those double plays we were making on the minus 180, minus 200 teams, they got blown out of the water and you would have lost. You're paying exorbitant rates of juice for a lot of these teams. But back to, plays that are good that you could make today. Orioles, Rangers over. I like the Royals. I like the Pirates.
I will tell you, Squirrel.
I like the Twins.
I'll tell you, Squirrel, if you're betting underdog so far in the MLB season, you'd be down 5.9 units. If you're just flat betting, blindly betting every MLB dog this season, you'd be down 5.9 units. MLB dogs only won 5 of the 15 games on Sunday. Not a good start for those MLB dogs. So if you want favorites, if you want to make more money on your money, hop on over to Bet Openly. Place those bets on those favorites today, and people will certainly take the other side. So hop on over to Bet Openly and get them in. So I'm on that Molly over 4.5 Ks. I am on that F5 over in Rangers, Orioles. I'm on that Blue Jays F5 over. Two-way line. If there's a tie, we'll go ahead and get our wager back. Red Sox F5 team total and Cardinals F5 team total. Which ones did you officially want to add before we drop, Squirrel? I didn't hear you, and if you did, my apologies.
What, things that I'm actually going to bet?
Yeah, rifle them off.
Oh, by the end of the day, I'll probably have,
I know you will.
I don't know,
What you
20,
got
20
right
some
now?
bets or something. But yeah, I'll take the Mets as the earliest game that's starting. I'll take the Mets money line.
Okay.
I'll take the Twins for
Okay.
sure. I'll take the Pirates. I'll take the Royals, and I'll take the
You're over in Orioles Rangers, you said, right? Over 8?
Orioles. Yeah,
Did you get
yeah,
it at
yeah.
8
So
or
that's 5.
8.5?
I got it at 8 minus 115.
You got it at 8. Okay, yeah, and it's back up to 8.5. I think it's still a great number at 8.5. I mean, Squirrel gets the option to push, but you both need 9 to hit. There's going to be runs aplenty. I'm on the F5 over in that game. Again, 2 top 5 offenses. So that's how we'll do it today on the Payoff Pitch. It's earlier on the season. We're going to have a hell of a lot of fun. Look forward to doing that with you guys each and every single day, live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Get these bets in. Let's cash. Come on back tomorrow. Break down the slate and put in some more winners. Have a good one, guys.
See you later.